Why did Napoleon fail to conquer city of Acre after he had trapped it? Because of its strong resilience of its ruler Ahmed Pasha al-Jazzar and supporting of the British fleet to protect the city. Why did Napoleon withdraw and return back to Egypt? Because of the spread of plague epidemic which caused a lot of casualties of the French soldiers, so he had to withdraw to Egypt and return back to Europe. When did Napoleon return back to Europe? Why? 1799. Because of the trouble in the circumstances in France. When did Napoleon become a consul? When he removed the government of management and established another one, consisted of 3 consuls, instead taking the post of the first consul. Who are Napoleon's allies? They are Persians, Indians, and Ottomans. Why did Napoleon make an alliance with Persians, Indians, and Ottomans? Spoil all the British benefits in India to end Russian benefits in the Middle East. When did Napoleon become an emperor? After passing 5 years of establishing the French Senate. How did the French Empire get flourished? When it participated with most of the powerful authorities in Europe in a lot of disputes during the first decade of the 19th century were called as Napoleonic Wars, but France managed to beat all the countries perfectly and achieved awesome victory, what made in the major country in Europe and interfered in the affairs of most of the European countries. How did Napoleon expand the average of the French interfering in the European political issues? By making alliances with some countries and inaugurating his relatives and his friends on the throne authority of the other countries. What are the consequences of the French invasion to Russia in 1812? Invasion formed a turning point in the forces of Bonaparte that the French army caused severe human and physical damage that Napoleon didn't manage to reform again. What did 6 coalition forces do with Napoleon? In 1813, the 6 coalition forces defeated the French army during the Battle of the Nations. Consequently, those forces invaded French and colonized Paris, the capital of France, and forced Napoleon to quit the rule. Finally, they exiled him to the island of Elba. When did Napoleon return to France? A year ago, after escaping from his exile in Elba Island, and he returned to rule France again. When was the Battle of Waterloo, and who are its opponents? It was in 1818, Napoleon and the Alliance, when Napoleon tried to resist them to return his previous glory, but they defeated him severely. Where did Napoleon the last years of his age? In the island of St. Helena, where the British exiled him after he had given up. How was Napoleon died? He died of stomach cancer, and it was obvious during his autopsy, although many scientists claimed that he was died as a result of arsenic poisoning.